Welcome to the Spring 2014 International Quilt Market. We're in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and I want to introduce you to two of the Aurifil designers. One you've already met, Victoria Findlay Wolfe. And what have you been up to, Victoria?
I am still doing my play, of course, my book 15 Minutes of Play. I'm all about play. I want to try as many different things as I possibly can, and so Aurifil has been great. I have two different sets of thread that I use when I'm playing in my quilting, whether I'm doing handwork or machine work. I love to be able to get as many different techniques as I can, and so my 12 weight set and my 50 weight set gets me covered across my projects. I love that. So anytime I'm trying to play with something, I mean, whether I'm doing machine applique or if I'm doing some hand applique, adding some embroidery, looking for different ways to incorporate my quilting techniques, I want to try to put everything as much as I can in one. And these are my toys. These are my playthings. These are things I like to get into trouble with as far as quilting goes.
Is this embroidery floss?
Nope, this is the 12 weight thread.
Oh, it is the 12 weight.
Yep,
okay.
This is the set, my 12 weight set of colors, my very standard sort of a palette that kind of keeps coming up when I'm working. And you know, this is just a fun little project that is a great example of how I work, where I had just done a little bit of play with my threads and my fabric, sewing them together and deciding that it looked like some bird feathers. So all of a sudden I'm making a bird quilt, and that's kind of the way that I work.
Really?
So I just let the moment hit me.
You didn't start out making a bird?
I didn't start out making a bird. Didn't mean to. Through the series of play and trying a lot of different techniques, that's where my ideas come from.
Cool. And where did you get there to get to the point where you're just not afraid and you just do things?
You know, I kind of started that way because that was the way that I learned to quilt. That's the way my grandmother worked, by just sewing with her scraps, and so I didn't know any better. Maybe if I knew better, you know, maybe I would have used it as started with a different approach and blocks and patterns, but that's not the way that I work at all.
Cool.
So
fun. Well, you do beautiful work.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
And this is Joanna Figueroa. And Joanne, your stuff looks totally different.
A little bit
than
different,
Victoria's,
yes.
which is what's so amazing.
A little bit more traditional.
Mm-hmm.
Our work, we design for Moda fabrics, and we try to stay in between. Our tagline is fresh vintage, and we draw a lot from history and from vintage fabrics, but we update all the colors to be fresh and new. And so we kind of try and stay right in that in-between ground between completely traditional and more modern. And so our fabrics, a lot of times, I design some on the computer, and some are direct reproductions from vintage fabrics that I've recolored and redone. So I kind of try and play in both worlds. And so when the opportunity to work with Aurifil came up, I was just so excited. This is our 50 weight box with kind of what we call these are our fig tree standards. These are the colors that we use over and over again in our fabrics and in our patterns and in the books. And then we have also this great new little project with Aurifil. We've got the little box, and when you open it up, you'll see that it's not all just threads. It's the threads, some of our favorite colors from our current fabric collection, with the little mini charm of our new fabrics in there, and also the pattern for this quilt that you see here on the table. The pattern for that is also in there.
Really?
Yes, it's all kind of like a little present inside. And we're doing a contest on our blog. People who are interested in designing their own mini charm pattern. We're taking submissions until November. As long as they use the Aurifil threads and they use our fabric line, they get to submit it, and we'll choose the best winners for some fabulous prizes. So we're really excited about that.
Oh, what fun. What an opportunity to see what people are going to do.
Yeah, I'm so excited, because you never know what people are going to come up with, using the same stuff. You never know.
And I found when I design things or put something out there, I never would have thought of that.
Yeah.
It's fun.
It's one of my favorite things about quilting is that you could give 10. In fact, we used to do this magazine feature where we would be given a certain set of fabrics, 3 designers, and then we were told to go do something with it, and then we would come back and the magazine would show all 3. We did talk to each other a little bit, but never did we ever come up with anything that looked the same, even though we were using the same materials.
It's so much fun. So where can people find your things?
Of course, this is all distributed here with Aurifil, and this is sold exclusively through United Notions, who I'm partnering with to do this little combination in here.
So which means to the consumer to go to their local quilt store.
Yes, of course.
United Notions is a big distributor.
Of course, yes. Local quilt store should be carrying all of the yummies, and then of course we also have an online shop where we'll be selling all of the threads and all of our fabrics and patterns.
Great. And you?
My threads are through Aurifil, and I also carry them on my website. And I like to just say though that our outfits really look good with your thread sets. Wow.
And I've been
we
thinking
didn't plan that.
I
It's
mean,
beautiful.
you could just take either of your
colors.
colors and
They're
design
juicy.
quilts, choose things just from
Well,
those
and
colors.
actually, when she
Absolutely.
opened her box, I was thinking that these are the colors that I've never really worked with the thicker threads. I kind of want to try that.
Now you want to try. Now you want to
I'm
play.
going to steal this box with me when I go.
Okay, I'll let you.
Well, thank you for watching, and we're going to play now. So, right? It's all about
Right, we're
play
off
and
to
having
play.
fun, and enjoy Aurifil threads and all the great things that these ladies produce.
Thank you.